In this video, we're going to be talking about how to get higher credit limits without you hurting your credit score. Anytime we are thinking about getting a higher credit limit, we usually think about going to a bank and applying for more credit cards or a loan. But I would like to just share with you that the biggest gold mine that you have is the current credit card that you have. Now, I'm all for diversification. I have credit cards with BMO, I have credit cards with RBC, I have credit cards with CIBC, Amex. I am all for diversification, but I'm also big on building a strong relationship with the institution. And I really believe my strongest relationship is with CIBC. And a reflection of that is my credit limit that I have available with them. Right. And if you're building a business or if you're just a day to day 9 to 5 worker, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that, then you want to make sure you have access to capital. You want to make sure you have access to credit because things come up and you want to be able to have leverage. Okay. Credit is leverage that you can use. So, again, instead of you going out to different banks and applying for new credit and building up a bunch of inquiries, the gold mine is in your active accounts. Now, what a lot of people are not aware of is that most banks, and when I say most banks, I mean my tier one banks, such as your CIBC, your BMO, your RBC, your TD, and even banks such as Desjardins, they do 6 month financial analysis. Okay, so when I say a 6 month financial analysis, what I'm really saying is that every 6 months, these banks are going to do what we call a soft pull on your credit report. Now, a soft pull on your credit report is just them being able to see your credit report without them having to negatively affect your credit score. So there won't be a new inquiry with a soft pull. With a hard pull, that typically comes about when you submit an application for credit. Okay, but with a soft pull, this does not have a negative impact on your credit score. Now, when they do this soft pull, they're able to see everything recently or recent activity with not only the credit card you have with them, but all the other accounts that you're currently using. Now, there's a reason why they do these soft pulls every 6 months, and it's a marketing thing. Okay, from this they can gather what you may be applying for next, what you may need. If you don't have a mortgage, they may try to offer you a mortgage, right? They may offer you a loan for a mortgage. If they see you don't have an auto loan, they may try to say, hey, they'll say, reach out to you, hey, Kenny, your credit looks great. We can offer you an auto loan, right? Or if you're carrying a high balance on your credit cards, they'll offer you or they'll try to position a balance transfer because usually there's low interest rates and you can keep those low interest rates for anywhere between 10 to 12 months. So they use it for marketing to further a relationship with you. But I want you to use it to put yourself in a better situation. Because I really like to view credit like a baseball game, right? So I get thrown opportunities because I have great credit at this point. I get thrown opportunities at myself every day, but that does not mean that I'm going to swing at every opportunity that comes my way. So I can't tell you the amount of times that I've been offered a 12 month 0% balance transfer, which may sound like heaven for most, but for myself, I just don't need it. And the main reason why is because I have cash available to pay off my credit cards when I need to, and I always pay my credit cards off in full. So for myself, I don't need it. So I don't swing at it because I'm not just gonna flood my credit profile with a bunch of different accounts that I don't need. Okay, so that's something that you want to make sure that you can be able to do. Get yourself in a position to where you don't need to swing at every opportunity that comes your way. Now they do these 6 months pulls every 6 months, but what I want you to do is I actually want you to jump in front of them. So instead of waiting for them to offer you products, because a lot of times it may not be what you want, you can contact them once you hit 6 months, and then you can ask for a credit limit increase. Now, most banks, again, will not do a hard pull when you request a credit limit increase on your current accounts. CIBC is famous for this. I love CIBC because of this, because they will not do a hard pull on your credit card for requesting a credit limit increase. But if you do this within a short period of time, then you're not going to get approved. Okay, sometimes they'll even tell you, okay, come back later. And that time period that you want to wait is the 6 months. Because not only do they get to see how you're treating your credit every 6 months, they also get to see how you're handling your other accounts. Okay, so every 6 months, they're going to see that information. They're going to be able to make a decision. They're going to be able to advertise products to you, but then they're also going to be able to collect new data on how you're treating their current credit card and how you're treating the other credit cards to see if you're eligible for a credit limit increase. Now, they may ask you your income status, how much you're making to make sure that whatever you're asking for it to be increased to is justified. Okay. Typically, what I like to do, I like to increase it within small increments every 6 months. But again, it's something reasonable for myself. It meets my income, so it needs to make sense for you. If you're only making, let's say you're making $60,000 a year, there's really no reason for you to have $100,000 credit card. There's really no reason for you to have access to that kind of debt. And the banks know that. That's why they ask you how much money you make, and they look at your DTI. How much is your rent? How much is those monthly payments of your rent? How much are you paying for your auto loan? What are you paying towards student loans? All of these things come into play when they're trying to decide if they should give you that credit limit increase. Okay, so this is one of the best ways or best strategies that you can take on to increase your credit limit without hurting your credit score. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I am more than happy to answer any of those questions. But you can also email me if you need help with your credit, info@kennyjohnsonuniversity.com. In my bio here on YouTube, I also have a link to where you can book a free consultation call. You can go over there as well. And until next time, take care.